Director General of the Bureau of Corrections, the Superintendent. It is Board of Discipline ba? It is the very good, the Classification Board. Siya po ang pwedeng magrekomenda kay Director of Bureau of Correction to consider an inmate para maging isang colonist. Let us proceed to 151. An inmate to be classified as colonist, he shall have the following qualifications. Ito daw dapat ang qualification ng isang classified colonist. A, at least a first-class inmate and has served 1 year immediately preceding to the completion of the period specified in the following qualifications. B, serve imprisonment with good conduct for a period equivalent to 1/5 of the maximum term of his prison sentence, or 7 years in the case of life sentence. Or letter C, he must be a personnel of the Bureau of Correction. Ano ang mga sagot nyo, guys? Or D, A and B only, or E, all of these, yung mga paborito natin. O, sama ko na sarili ko. Ano ang sagot? Very good. It is Delta. Yan. A and B only lang daw. Yan daw po yung qualification to be a classified colonist. 152. The following are the privileges of a colonist except, ayan, lahat daw to ay privileges ni colonist, puwera lang daw sa. Nararamdaman ko na kung anong tamang sagot. Nakukutuban ko na. Parang ayokong basahin isa-isa, no? Ang mga privilege po ng colonist, of course, unang-una, credit of an additional GCTA of 5 days for each calendar month. Nagpapaka-formal. Alam naman na yung sagot. So, automatic reduction of the life sentence imposed on the colonist to the sentence of 30 years. Ayan, automatic reduction daw po. At ano pa, isa po sa privilege ng colonist, subject to approval of director to have his wife and children or the woman he desires to marry live with him. Tumira kasama niya sa loob ng prison at penal farm. Yan po ang isa sa privilege ni colonist. Ano pa? Transportation expenses of the family going and the discharge of the colonist from the prison and penal farm shall be for the account of the government. So, colonist kasagot ng government po ang transportation expenses ng iyong pamilya papunta sa papunta sa prison. Special reward to the serving colonist, the issuance of a reasonable amount clothing and ordinarily household supplies. Diba? Social. Wear of civilian clothing, of course, it is one also of the privilege. So, ito yung mahiwaga nating sagot, none of these. Taray, no? 153. Beds and buildings occupied by inmates shall be thoroughly disinfected. At least how many times daw po in a month na disinfect ang beds and buildings? Anong sagot sa 153? It is, at least, parang gusto na daw mag-colonist ni Kaiser. Wag naman. At least, once a month. Very good. So, at least once a month daw po dapat disinfect ang beds and buildings po ng ino-occupied ng isang inmate. Let us proceed to 154. Ayan, pakicheck yung statement number 1. Every Sunday and holiday, if weather permits, inmates will expose their clothes, beds, bedding, and so forth in the sunshine in an area designated for the purpose. So, every Sunday daw ay na holiday, kung okay daw po yung weather, pinipermit daw, hinahayaan daw po ang inmate na ibilad ang kanilang clothes, ang beds, bedding po sa araw. So, tama ba yung statement number 1? Statement number 2, cleanliness of the premises of the dormitories and their surroundings shall be strictly enforced sa loob daw ng Bucor. Tama ba? So, statement 3, littering is prohibited. Hindi po hinahayaan ang pagkakalat sa loob ng Bucor. So, ano daw? Lahat, letter A, statement 1, 2 are correct except statement number 3. Tama ba? Hindi. So, letter B, statement 2 and 3, statement 3 are correct except statement number 1. Tama po ba? So, statement number 2 is the only correct. Of course, doon tayo sa all of statements are correct. Kasi tama naman talaga lahat ng statements. Let's have a break. 5 minutes. 1 hour. 1:55. How many times may the meals of the inmate be served? Ay, ito, na-encounter ko to noong December 2021. How many times may the meals of the inmate be served? A, 3 times a day. B, 4 times a day. C, 5 times a day. D, 6 times a day. Ang swerte, no? 6 times a day. How many times? Alpha, it's 3 times a day. 156, an agricultural and forestry camp where the youth offenders may serve their sentence in lieu of confinement in a prison. A, separation and placement center. B, halfway house. D, C, youth camps or D, agricultural and forestry camps. Ano sagot sa 156? It is, sure ba kayo? An agricultural and forestry camp where the youth offenders may serve their sentence in lieu. Very good, ma'am. It's Charlie. (157) The confinement of an inmate may be transferred to an armed force of the Philippines, stockade, provided the inmate is at what level of risk of security. So ano siya? Ipinapasa dapat ang isang inmate or tinatransfer sa AFP kung ang inmate na to ay anong level or risk ng security. A, certified minimum security. B, certified medium security. C, certified maximum security. Or D, certified detainee. Wow, may certified detainee. Ano ang tamang sagot? Ano daw po? It is in... Are you sure that it is Charlie? Are you sure that it is Bravo? It is Alpha. Nilahat nyo na syempre, tama na kayo. So, 3 na lang. Ha? 1 hour break. So, 158, the transfer of inmates to a provincial jail or vice versa, as the occasion may require. The transfer of inmates from the national prison to a provincial jail. The expenses for such transfers shall be borne by the Bureau except the cost of escort. Service which shall provide by the PNP may direct by whom? A, Director of Bureau of Corrections. B, Superintendent of Bureau of Corrections. C, President. D, Supreme Court. Ito daw po ang pagtatransfer sa inmate to a provincial jail or vice versa into the occasion as may require. Yung transfer daw to ng inmate na to from national prison to provincial jail. Kaninong expenses daw po ito dapat naka-charge? Anong sagot sa 158? Sagot dapat ni... Are you sure that it is Delta? Who? Are you sure that it is Bravo? Ayan, si President. Lahatin nyo na. Sagot dapat po ng Office of the President po, yung expenses po ng pagta-transfer po from that bureau to the cost of escort service. Tandaan ha? Except for the cost of escort service. So 159, the superintendent of the Bucor may authorize an inmate to be taken out of prison in the following instances, except, sayang walang none of this or all of this. So sabi, the superintendent of the Bucor may authorize an inmate. Pwede daw payagan ni superintendent of the Bucor or i-authorize niya si inmate to be taken out of prison sa mga sumusunod na instances. A, to appear in court or other government agencies as directed by the competent authority. Pwede ba siyang lumabas when it comes to letter A? Yes, pwede. Kapag mag-a-appear siya sa court. Letter B, for medical examination, treatment, or hospitalization? Outside? Yes. To view the remains of deceased? Yes. Letter D is the answer. Hindi siya pwedeng umattend sa labor of his wife in the hospital. Sure na ba yon? So ito, 160. Sure na ba talaga? The outside movement of a death convict is strictly prohibited. Except on what instances may the Bucor allow the outside movement of a death convict? A, to view the remains of a deceased relative with prior approval of the Secretary of Justice. Tinatanong po dito is except on what instances po na po pwedeng i-allow ni Bucor. So, kung kailan 160 na, nawalan tayo ng ano? Hello, okay na ba? Sorry na low, but po, naririnig? Ma'am, sign language na lang. Paulit daw sa number 1. So, naririnig na? Naririnig na po, ayos na. So, 160, kailan daw po siya pwedeng payagan itong death sentence convict na ito? Bawal siyang lumabas, tandaan nyo, except on what instances? A, B, C, or D? Kaya yung bukas. Ano yung pinakamahabang sentence dyan? Start from the top. Of course, it is letter B. Urgent treatment of diagnosis of a life-threatening or serious ailment. If the diagnosis cannot be done or treatment provided in the prison hospital, in case po na hindi siya kayang magamot sa loob ng ospital. Ay, no, prison hospital. So that is all. Maraming salamat sa pakikinig. Pakibalik daw sa 1. O sige, mamaya isi-send ko po yung with rationalization po nito. Sige, maraming salamat sa pakikinig, guys. Salamat po. Thank you very much. Ingat guys, ingat sa pag-uwi.